allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Carol? My country to thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrims pride, from every mountain side, let freedom ring.
Got any guests back there, Bob?
President, fellow Lions and guests. Yes, Gary McCormick brought a friend with him, Roger Hendrickson.
Hey, you got a friend?
And it was good to know that Gary's got
How's Monday
friends.
doing?
I didn't know you had any friends, Gary. Gary, I didn't know you had any friends.
I bow.
This is for my brother and he'll make you think.
Hey, President Lloyd, how are you? Hey, we'd like to start this off a little bit different today in Happy Bucks. We're going to make one person in this room exceptionally happy, aren't we, Bob Bradley?
Yep.
Yeah? Because you're Secretary and your Cracker Jack treasurer. We got our stuff together here, boys and girls, I'm telling you. May you want to turn off the recording for a moment? Ring the bell. And that's all right. Maybe he can finally put gas in that darn Corvette. Oh, wait a minute. He sold the Corvette, didn't he? Hey, Eli and Dwayne, how are you, bud?
President Lyon, President Lyon, I follow Lions and guests. I have a happy $10 because, you know, the Lions motto is we serve. And it's great to have Lions Club friends, especially when you run into trouble like I did last Tuesday. The reason why I missed the meeting was I was helping a friend go down to Portland, get eye surgery, get that cataract taken care of, and I was pulling a trailer. And on the way back at St. Helens, Oregon, I had a flat tire on the back of my van, and guess what? They sell cars without spare tires anymore. So, no spare tire, and I'm pulling a trailer. So I start looking through my cell phone list, and anyway, I found a victim, somebody to help me out, a Lions Club member, to help me pull my trailer home. Thanks a lot, Grayford. I appreciate it. And then we got the tow truck to haul me on home.
All right, good. The scorecard, please note, Greg Firth, 1. The rest of the world, 3 million. Yes. Doggone it, Jerry. I think I'm doing well. How are you doing?
We got plenty of happy dollars. I recall President Reagan saying on one occasion that the 10 most scary words in the English language is, I'm from the government, I'm here to help. The other side of that coin, when somebody called you up and said, I'm from the Lions, my name is Van, I'm from that Lions, I'm coming over to help you find your lost keys.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very long before Grayford, Rick, and a couple other Lions showed up and look also. I'll tell you what, if you lost something or you have troubles, you better hope the government doesn't show up. It took Ann 2 minutes.
All right.
Kevin, she said, where do you think you lost that key? And I said, well, right off the alley there. I was pulling out some weeds in this area. I think that's where it was. I pulled 30 people out beforehand. People would come and look in there. Took her 2 minutes and she pulled up that key. Is that about right, Bob?
I think it's amazing how we've all been coming to the aid of one another here lately. Yeah, very fun, very fun. Hi, Jim, what do you got to say about things? He's chewing. That's the international symbol for I'm not talking because my mouth is full. Because I was raised right. Here we are.
King Landlord, fellow Lions, and yes, I'm giving 10 happy dollars. 5 of them are happy, 5 are sad as always. The 5 happy ones are all in one thing. I'm still here. Yeah. Okay, who was that guy that didn't clap? Okay. 5 sad ones is we just went to a holiday where I got to remember a few friends, and I'll always be sad.
Amen, brother. Lion Mark, what do you got going on, buddy?
President Lloyd, fellow Lions and guests, Pat's walking away without my $5. That's. You sure you're still treasurer? Just making sure you're in the cash shop. Well, I appreciate that, I guess. First dollar is to commemorate a birthday, in case you might forget that her birthday is tomorrow, but our President-elect Cheryl's birthday is tomorrow, so I want to make sure anybody else forgets that when it gets up to her. Well, I tried to fly under the rainbow or under the radar, and I got nailed when it was my birthday, so I thought I'd pass along.
I didn't tell him, I promise.
The second dollar is a sad dollar. Start it off. No, I'm having a whole mic. It's bad enough. So I don't need to add to the misery of that. Sad dollar. Had a little mishap working on a project. You buy a condo and you think you're not going to have to do work. And I was working on a project for my wife and kind of had a mishap coming off a ladder. Yeah, it was not fun. Finally, quote of the week from Danny Cave. You probably remember, most people in this room probably remember Danny Cave. Life is a great big canvas. Throw all the paint on it you can.
Amen for that one, too. Lion Rick, what do you got going on?
King Lion Lloyd, fellow Lions and guests, let's all sing happy birthday to Now, don't you feel better?
Thank you. It was lovely,
The
just
dollar was
lovely.
for last week, when Greg said that Jerry lost his key. I went over and borrowed a metal detector. Nice. And I couldn't find it either. But you know what? Ann got down on her hands and knees, and about 5 seconds she had that key in her hand. It was pretty cool. So if you ever lose a key, call Ann.
I'm fairly certain we're not going to do that for you, to you, Ann. But I do find it hilarious how many people it took to find a key. My comment was going to be, oh yeah, how much did the new lock cost? Yeah. Yeah. How about Past President Maria? What do you got going on, huh? You did? Oh, what's wrong with that?
Because I didn't eat her dessert.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. This is my story. President Lloyd, fellow Lions and guests. Walt gave me a couple of dollars here. We had an excellent time over the weekend. We went to Seattle and passed to our families and had a great time. We just celebrating our son-in-law's birthday. And it was the most fun that we've had in a long time. They had a lot of their friends there, and they were outside. We were all outside in the sun, and lots of food to eat, and just... I forgot that part. He tried to drink everything, but they cut him off after a while. But we had a very good time with our family, and it was just, it's hard to explain, but it was just a marvelous time. The weather and everything just was perfect.
Yep, I can just see Lion Walt sitting there with a straw in the koi pond, just getting around. No? No? Okay. How about Lion Gray? Walt, do you know what fish do in the pond? President Lloyd, fellow Lions guests, couple bucks today. First one, Jerry McCormick over there. Jerry, I'm really glad to see you came, and I'm really happy that you got a friend.
Yeah, very good.
And the second dollar, the other night when Dwayne Smith called me and said he needed me to come over to St. Helens and pick up his trailer and take it home. I don't know how many of you are aware of it. Dwayne is always doing something for somebody else.
Oh, yes.
Always. So I was happy as heck to do it for you, Dwayne. Yeah, that's the truth right there, girls. That's an age-old, proven truth. Big Lion Mike, he's got $2. Hey, you give him a big check, and all of a sudden it gets all philanthropic.
King Lion Lloyd, fellow Lions and guests first, and happy buck is seeing Cindy back. She got sick after she got back in Texas, but when the day she started feeling better, she called me on the phone. And I was pretty sure she had been drinking, because she really sounded good.
It was a drug.
My second happy dollar is I'm happy I didn't listen to Ken Botero last week. When Bob spread the cards out in front of me to draw, I started sliding one out. Ken says, no, it's this one over here. And I said, no, it isn't. And I turned it over to the Joker. I'm glad I didn't listen to him.
Yay.
I tell you, you gotta watch who you take advice from, right, okay? I mean, seriously, I know you've been talking with John, so you better watch out. Hey, Lion brother of mine, what are you up to?
Hey,
President Lloyd, fellow Lions and guests,
just saying, no.
just want to tell you how full circle this Lions Club goes. So first is 10 months ago, Lion Dwayne and Lion Jerry came down and helped me rescue my sail and my sailboat as we came in the dark. And the wind was blowing, what, 100 miles an hour, Jerry? Do you think it was that? 110. I mean, it was an F3, yeah. It must have been a gale force. So this is how it all goes around. And then the second happy dollar, 10 months later, my motor is running. And I went out sailing yesterday, went around the island and came back. And the third happy dollar is a fisherman came and towed me off the sandbar.
Okay. P.S. He had to borrow money for lunch and the happy bucks, but I was able to go down to the dock with him and see that he came in. He hit that one a little bit hard too, so we're gonna work on landing in the wind, into the wind.
Yeah.
Or sell the damn boat.
Yeah.
How about you, Leroy?
President Lloyd, fellow Lions and guests. I have a couple happy bucks. Started off with, had a great time in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Spent a week back there. First time, it's a really historical city. Bunch of different battles during the Civil War were fought there. Chattanooga was a central location for all the railroads. They kind of converged there from the East Coast and the Midwest. So it was a pretty cool place.
and got an opportunity to sit in. There was a bar that had jam sessions for musicians. The place was packed full of musicians. We got to get up and play 3 songs, so that was kind of fun. Guy from Kiss was there, so that was good. If you see my Facebook post, you can look it up. Kind of a PSA dollar. The LCC Symphonic Band concert is this Friday at 7:30 at the Rose Center. It's $10 to get in, but it's a community band made up of a lot of people from the symphony, but also have the teachers and professionals, teachers and students from LCC. So if you want to see something, it's their last concert of the season. So there you are.
Yes, he'll be humming in the back row.
He's got the kazoo.
Yeah. The kazoo. There is a part.
He's got the kazoo.
When you guys are done, we'll let Mike Terry have his happy.
Okay.
Terry. We're done.
All right, Woody King Line, Lloyd, Phil Lyons, yes. Yeah, the old kazoo, wait a minute, that's it. Anyway, I have a happy dollar for this past weekend. I went up and helped celebrate my granddaughter's 8th birthday. They ever have one of those slippy slide things with a big water and everything? They had one of those, and unfortunately it was only 30 some odd degrees, I think. But the sun did come out, and eventually a lot of people went down there and got wet. Not big, of course.
Nothing here, nothing here. Why is it? Oh, okay. Settle in, folks. Grab desserts and get coffee if you need to.
President Lloyd, fellow Lions, yes, I do have a list because I've got a lot to say. First of all, I want to thank everybody who decided to get well card. It's nothing worse than coming back from vacation the next day coming down with pneumonia when you have asthma. Put me on an antibiotic. I thought I was doing a good thing by eating yogurt before I took my antibiotic. Turns out there was no warning label that says do not eat dairy products for 2 hours after ingesting this pill. So it didn't work and it just tore my stomach apart. But then I found the wonder drug. It's called Bronchite. And then unfortunately Mike got to talk to me. I thought NyQuil was my magic number. No, Bronchite has NyQuil beat out all over the place. But you have to show your ID. I got mine at Rite Aid, but it really cleared my lungs up, which when you have asthma, it closed down and it's very difficult to breathe. So thankfully my husband loves me enough to help me with my rescue inhaler when I couldn't breathe that first night. The other thing, we had an awesome time in Texas. For those on Facebook that saw the pictures, Keith and Cheryl, Jim and I, and 2 other couples went to Rockport, Texas. So here's how the agenda went. We flew in, we got up at 4:30 in the morning on Tuesday morning. Flight was at 6:45. We got into Dallas-Fort Worth for a 2-hour layover and got into Waco at 4:30 p.m. Long day. We're old. Long day. So Keith and Cheryl took us to a place that had gluten-free pizza, so we sat around and had some pizza, took the 40-minute trip back home, stayed overnight in a hotel, and then got up the next morning and drove 5 hours to Rockport, Texas, which is on the Gulf Coast. And we rented a house, and Mark, you'll appreciate this. My head was, you know, when you get that feeling of loss of sensation, loss of power, loss of. Okay, we had to go up 2 flights of stairs to get into the main living room. There was a dumbwaiter, and I actually thought, do I weigh too much for that thing? Because I had to take time outs. And finally, Jim and I got back to where when we were going up, he would be behind me. When we were going down, he'd be in front of me. So that way, if I fell, I could go either way. But we had canals in front of us and behind us, and there was salt water. Did you know there's a saltwater, oh God, what's the name of that fish? Saltwater, what's the ugly looking fish?
Shark.
Catfish, yeah, saltwater catfish. So the people that own the house that rent it out, they had crab pots there. So the guys, we had our own fishing dock, and the guys would catch those, take the heads and the insides for hunting for crab, and then they cut the rest of the fish. And Jim was telling everybody how crappy he does his fishing. He always gets skunked, always gets skunked. He caught more fish Only kept 2, but caught more fish than anybody else on the trip they did. So here's where we went to. We went to Waco, Nahea. We went to Rock Park, Port A, because I can't pronounce it. And there was another, it wasn't Galveston, another port city, but it was expensive there. But we had a great time, and then little Isaac, Keith and Cheryl's youngest, sent us with a going away card. Jim, this is how much it touched us. I like oohing and awing because he made this great big one with, including an airplane with the windows are down below the airplane. And Jim goes, we're going to get a corkboard for our guest room so that way Keith and Cheryl could see it, because they didn't see it before we left. Isaac snuck it to us. So, great time by all. They're going to be back up here in November for our 100th, so looking forward to it.
Yay. Yay. Did we miss anybody out there in La La Land? Oh, Pat Hudson, Pat Fulton. As I'm walking back here, maybe Hal can operate the camera and we can all say hi to Bill Pontius. How you doing, Bill?
Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill, he's waving back.
He's waving. Actually, it's probably just a little spasm, probably.
I think it's only one finger. Fifth is on too. Hi, Terry.
President Lloyd, fellow Lions and guests. I'm $5 happy, I hope. I was just thinking a few minutes ago that this is the first catch that we had, right, since the winter?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the blue ticket. That's the money back.
Yeah. Oh,
Give her a
well, that's all right. In case I win, there won't be that much in the blue pot, so. Yeah. And I just want to make sure there's $25.
There you go. I don't know, Bob, was there 25 bucks? I haven't counted it. 33. So half of that, what is it, 1650? 1650, so. Well, I guess we've wasted enough time there, President Lloyd, and when I say waste, I mean caught up with our fellow Lions and really, really had a good fellowship time.
All right.
You had something else to add, Jim? Oh, wait a minute, Lloyd. You don't want to now. Now you're getting shy. Okay.
Feedback.
Yeah, you know, this is first time of this.
Keyline Lloyd, go Lions and go as a guest once again. Let me give $1 to say that. You know, anybody here know how Happy Bucks started? Happy Bucks started in this club, and many clubs picked it up afterwards. And back, I can't remember when it was, but we had, we charged a 10-cent fine if you didn't wear something here or there, and they wanted to raise it to $0.25. Well, we had a fellow, 45 years perfect attendant, and he said, I've never paid $0.25 and I'll never pay $0.25. So we sat around and discussed it, but let's go with Happy Bucks. We won't find anybody anything. They pay the money willingly. And we set that up, and within about 2 years, almost all the clubs in District G had them. So that's where Happy Bucks came from.
All right.
And it's cost me a darn fortune over there.
I know the feeling.
Because you're a happy guy.
Seeing no more dollars being waved in the air, I'm going to say, guess it's up to you, Landlord.
All right. Okay, Terry's got some awards he wants to hand out today.
The award's not mine. I'm sorry, I didn't win. Once again. At any rate, King Lion Lloyd, fellow Lions and guests, my pleasure to do the awards for April.
April?
April, this is May, isn't it?
Well, barely.
Now, you've got to pay attention to this, because next year, I had to teach Lloyd this. Anyway, you're always a month behind. And some years, longer than that.
It sounds so long ago and far away.
Yeah, that's why you should never put an old person in charge of the thing, because you forget what happens before that.
April 1 year.
Yeah.
One year. I think it's 20, whatever. Okay. Now that we've got that, the rest of it's going to be really quick, because we didn't give any awards out this year. No, actually we did, but they're not here. So, Lion of the Month, well, we do have one. Lion of the Month for April is Marilyn Patterson for what job she did for the reading up there at Columbia Heights. So, the committee had one unsung vote because of Steve Patterson. Wouldn't vote for Marilyn, but anyway. The unsung Lion of the Month also was because of the reading up there at Columbia Heights. Mike Getlin, who has been in Lions for a long time, I'm not sure he's ever won an award because he just cleaned up after the 4th of July or the beer garden all the time. And anyway, now that he comes every once in a while, he went up there and did the reading program, and I understand that he had kids in his lap and looked like he was having a good time. So he's the unsung Lion of the Month. Sticking with that same ginger, reading at Columbia Heights, the Rookie of the Year, or the month, I'm sorry, is Eric Halverson. Eric, hey, there's somebody here. I don't know enough about him to really screw his life up yet. So.
Just make up something.
Okay, that's good. All right, thank you very much, Eric.
All right. Good job, Rick.
Now then, now that I wrote them down, let's go all the way to the awards for the year. Lion of the Year, and Unsung Lion of the Year, and Rookie Lion of the Year. I'm just going to name who our committee nominated for these awards. No, John, you didn't win. I'm sorry. Anyway, and Ben or not.
Yeah.
The board then voted on these things, and at some point in time, we'll get to awards, and we will hand those awards out. But anyway, the nominees for Rookie Lion of the Year is Ann Camarda, because she finds keys all the time. I think Ann probably had that key in her pocket the whole time. Eric Halverson. And Rick Hartley.
All right.
Back there also. There's a couple of those two have been in just a short amount of time and been working out really well for the rest of us. And it actually is, it's Rookie of the Lion of the Year is an 18-month deal, so she fits in there still, even though it seems like she's an old hand now and back in the back. But we appreciate her work for at least a year. The Unsung Lions is Katie Dillinger. See, she didn't show up either for these things. Leroy Parcells. And Rick Johnson. Rick Johnson. He's another guy that you didn't used to see for a long while, but he finally retired, and now he gets to come all the time. We wrote you into moving the truck all the time.
Sorry.
Now the Lion of the Year nominees are Bob Piper, Tom McNair, Sharon Nolan, and Pat Palmer. I know that we make you sit alone back there, which is really nice. But, maybe he'll get some votes yet. That's it for me. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you this same time next year.
You're going to tell us who won someday?
No,
Not today.
I don't know who won. The awards will be probably after the end of the year, and Lloyd gets to present them.
Yeah, they're announced later.
Announced later. I know who I voted for. I'm not part of the board, so during the whole election.
Yeah. You and me both.
Okay. We received a card from the Battleground Lions in thanking for our loss of Pat and Tom, which was a very nice card, and several of the people wrote in there.
Yeah, President Lloyd, I gave that card to Lloyd. I went to the Battleground Club the other night, and they sent us a card because of how many members has sympathy card because of how many members this club lost last year.
All right, thanks, Mike. Okay, and for person for the end of the month award is Cindy Sessions.
What? End of the month award. Let's do the eating. That's free lunch. Let's go White Cane.
White Cane.
Got it.
Got it.
If we're getting close to being done, maybe Cindy could tell us more about her dress.
Yeah, we didn't hear enough about it. Let me tell you, the red drum fish were delicious.
Sharon had an announcement.
Yes, she did.
President Lloyd, fellow Lions and guests. Recently, you all know we had the SWOT analysis thing, and out of that, one of the things, so in doing so, June 20th, which is a Tuesday evening, we are gonna go have a Lions Night at the Cowlitz Black Bears baseball game. Tuesday is $3 night, so it's $3 admission, $3 hot dogs, nachos, and $3 for domestic canned beer. So even if you can't stay for the whole night, it's only $3. So come by, grab a hot dog with all of us and have some fun.
Where are we going to be sitting at?
Oh, the game starts at 6:30, so this time, since we don't know what the turnout's gonna be, we aren't doing the party deck. So I'm gonna get there probably around 5:30. Oh, I forgot the sign-up sheet. I can put a piece of paper out. I would kind of like to get an idea of how many people are gonna be coming, because I will get there early and I will save us a few rows. And I usually sit by third base because then you don't have the setting sun in your eyes if you're by first base. So probably if that works good for everybody, I'll save some seats over there.
If we do a sign up, it's not a commitment, it's just getting a rough idea.
Yeah, just an idea of maybe how many rows to save, but I'll get there early, so.
Jane. Yeah.
We're mixing it up here.
Be creative.
How much money you put in there now?
We have oatmeal raisin and a Reese's coffee cake.
Ooh. Reese's peanut butter cup coffee.
Leftovers are awesome this time. Yeah.
You're not gonna sell them this time?
Anybody like some cookies? I'm selling auction.
He is gonna-
That'd be more than a penny. $1? Any Chinese for $2?
Oh, Pat's got to pass.
He's got his hands up for $2.
What kind are they? What kind?
Free.
What kind
Oh,
are
I got 3 right here.
$5.
Rick,
Yes.
what kind are they?
They're oatmeal raisin.
No, I better not.
How high are you?
They're at 6.
He said 5. We got 5
So far.
$6 from you.
Help with this, Rick?
I'm good.
You would.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm not actually bidding at all, the people are all looking at it. So I think we got George Rader at 7, so we got John at 6. So I got George at 7. Anyway, everybody go on, everybody's
Turn that on for you.
Okay. You know, I'm with you.
$8.
What do you got, John? $8? Yeah, that's what. I didn't think you went to school right here, John. I know you can get to 8. You got fingers. Hey, baby, he's at 8. 8. I got 9? Where's 9? George is really kind of handy. Are these the oatmeal raisin CBD cookies? Is that what you have on there? Look at those beauties. Holy moly.
Last and final raise. $10.
$10. Oh no. Oh, George wanted it. I'm going to say 15, George. Let's get to the meat here. $15. Is that where we're at? 11. Okay, I was really hoping he was going to say yes. He did. So it should be 12.
$11 for.
No, that's because of the arthritis. You can't get it off. Okay, I think we're at $11 is really where we're at. Anybody else? Anybody else want in on this travesty of justice? No? Okay. Going once?
Going twice? Sold.
No!
Because if I wouldn't deserve all 3 weeks in a row, my wife's going to take it.
That's what it says. Oh, that goes to her then. It's her money, isn't it? No, that should go to that money. That's what I think. That way you have to deal with it, and then you give it all to me later, and I'll deal with it. So you want to do that again? That was kind of fun, wasn't it? Oh, Reese's Pieces coffee cake. Who would like to save Mark Kelcher's life? Huh? I've seen Eileen. She may be short, but she's got a wicked left hook. This is beautiful. Oh, we got 5 up here for Dwayne. Anybody? 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on now. This has been a really great week. I think I'm telling you. We're just...
Mark, how much do you want to bet on it? Get it back. What? Wait a minute, that's not their answer. What's the word to you, Mark? He's got more money that we haven't got yet. What's that?
$5.
It's $5 right now. $6. I got $6 right now.
Look, well, if you had 7, you'd own it. No, you don't want that. $6. Come on, 6. Anybody, come on. Really?
$7. Dwayne says 7.
Oh, we got Dwayne at 7. 7? 8. Oh, my. $10. There we go. That was good. It's all yours. You're saying it's all his. 10's good. No, he said 10, not you. What am I doing up here? John apparently knows how to do this whole lot. Why don't you go get $10?
He has to do this with his wife every night.
Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh. Yes, Sharon, what have you got going on?
I have the sign-up sheet over here, and if you are going to go to the baseball game, also include how many people you're going to bring. Like I said, this is not a 100% commitment. It's just if you think you're going to go, please sign up.
Bring the kids, the grandkids.
Yeah, kids, grandkids, family.
Friends, if you got any.
They don't have any.
You know what the funny part is, President White? People all around this community look up to us as some kind of everyday heroes. That's the crazy part.
Anybody else have any important announcements to make?
Jim does?
We got the red ticket. 1, 2, 2, 3, 7, 8.
Oh,
Steve.
White cane.
White cane. Okay, the blue ticket. 715-4044. Mark, Mark.
There's all 1650 in it, so I'll probably get an auction.
Why'd you auction your ticket off? Didn't you get the Joker all last time at the poker party?
Oh, good luck, Mark.
That seems to be the lucky table.
Have Pat pull it, or Mike pull it out.
Good luck, Mike. Six of diamonds.
Yeah. Oh, give him the money.
Give him the money.
Close enough.
You should have called.
Okay.
Did he actually show you the Joker?
No, still trying to get the deck back together. Yeah.
All right.
Minus
We did the in-month already. That's about it. Short meeting today.
Due for next